Yeah, sir. You may start with the proceedings. Thanks.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I, Umesh Kumar Mor, Chairman of the company, welcome all the members to the 65th Annual General Meeting of the company. It has been informed to me by the company secretary that the requisite quorum of members are present and therefore declare this AGM to be in order. At the outset, I hope all of you are safe and in good health. This meeting is being held through video conferencing or other audiovisual means in accordance with the provisions of Company Act 2013 and in compliance with the various circulars issued by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs and the Securities and Exchange Board of India. As the AGM is being held through video conferencing, the provision for appointment of proxies is not possible. The register of directors and key managerial personnel, the register of contracts or arrangements, and the other documents, as mentioned in the AGM notice, have been made available electronically for inspection by the members. Members seeking to inspect such documents can write an email to company secretary of the company. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me first introduce you to the members of the board and other officials present with us today. Joining with me from Global Corporate Office at Kandivali are, to my right, Mr. Neeraj Kumar Mor, Managing Director. To my left, Mr. Rohit Mor, Full-Time Director. Mr. Yogesh Samat, Full-Time Director. Mr. Suresh Parikh, who is not with us, but who is attending this AGM through video conferencing from Mumbai. Ms. Prerna Guradia, Independent Director and Chairperson of Nomination and Remuneration Committee. Mr. Tarun Kumar Goel, Independent Director and Chairman, Stakeholder Relationship Committee. Mr. Ayush Agarwala, Independent Director.
Attending remotely.
Mr. Gurendra Singh Gulati, CFO. Where is Mr. Gulati? Here.
Mr. Gulati is behind.
Okay. Mr. Chintan Gandhi, Company Secretary. Also, our statutory auditors, internal auditors, secretarial auditors, and scrutinizers have also joined the meeting from different parts of Mumbai. I now request Mr. Neeraj Mor to conduct the proceedings of the meeting. Mr. Neeraj Mor, please.
Thank you, Chairman, sir. On behalf, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Board of Directors, I thank all the shareholders for taking time out and joining this AGM over video conference today with us. Before we start the main proceedings of the meeting, I would like to draw your attention to certain points regarding the participation and voting at this meeting. The facility of joining the meeting through video conferencing is made available to the members through the video conferencing facility provided by Central Depository Services India Limited. The proceedings of this annual general meeting are being webcasted live for all the members as per details provided in the notice of AGM and being recorded for compliance purposes. All the members joining the meeting are by default placed on mute mode to avoid any disturbance from background noise and to ensure smooth and seamless conduct of the meeting. The notice of the annual general meeting, along with the standalone and consolidated audited financial statements for the year ended 31st March 2023, the director's report and the report of the auditors thereon have already been sent by electronic mode to all the members whose email addresses are registered with the company or depositories. The same is also available on the website of the company and BSE. In accordance with the provisions of the Companies Act 2013 and SEBI Listing Obligations and Disclosure Requirement Regulations 2015, the members have been provided the facility of remote e-voting and e-voting at the AGM. Remote e-voting facility was made available to all the members holding shares as on the cutoff date to vote on all the resolutions mentioned in the notice of 65th Annual General Meeting. Remote e-voting facility began on Monday, 7th August 2023 at 10 a.m. and ended on Wednesday, 9th August 2023 at 5 p.m. Members who have not cast their votes through remote e-voting facility and who are participating in this meeting will have an opportunity to cast their votes during the meeting through the e-voting system provided by CDSL and 15 minutes after conclusion of this meeting. Members may visit the e-voting page of CDSL's e-voting website and cast their votes. Since the AGM is being held through video conferencing, and all the resolutions mentioned in the notice have already been put to vote through remote e-voting and facility of electronic voting is also available during the meeting. The process of proposing and seconding the resolution is not applicable. The Board of Directors have appointed Messrs. GMJ and Associates, Practicing Company Secretary, as the scrutinizer for the meeting. Based on the report of the scrutinizer, the combined results of remote e-voting and the e-voting done at the meeting today will be announced and displayed on the website of the company and will also be submitted to the stock exchanges as per the requirements under the SEBI Listing Obligations and Disclosure Requirement Regulations 2015. I now request Chairman Sir to express his views on the performance and the future prospects of the company.
Ladies and gentlemen, please excuse my voice. Ladies and gentlemen, as far as the future performance of our company is concerned, talking of first the four months after our financial closure of the financial year 22-23, there has been certain price corrections in the market, which I think is common to the entire industry, especially ours, as also the others. So we have gone through those period in the last 4 months in which the revenue of the company, sales revenue, has risen nominally. However, the bottom line has done quite well, and there could be a correction in the next 1 month in the way the sales are to pick up, and we hope that on this platform the company should be doing quite well, the signs of which has already started in this month. That's as far as this current period is concerned. For future, there seems to be some very exciting opportunities which the company could benefit from. And mainly it is coming out of the thrust that our Indian government and our system has put in place for our as well as our trade. And that relates to Made in India. Under this thrust, as you all know, the production of semiconductors and the renewable energy as well as the EVs. These three are the focus areas for us because the contribution of metal finishing in all these three areas is significant. Until now, these areas were rather latent in our country. Now, with both the policies of the company defining them more clearly and as also the push that it has been given, the opportunities which are available to our company are they have exponentially grown. And if we are able to participate, which we are trying very hard, if we do get a chance and get onto this bus, then I think it would mean an exponential growth for our company. Of course, besides these opportunities, the regular markets for surface treatment or for paints or for oils or the other verticals that we are in, they are doing relatively well, and the overall market signs are very positive. So that growth is likely to continue on its own, for which the company is already planning to seek its share in that growing market. But the new market, which I have just referred to earlier in these three areas of electronics, this offers us new opportunities, and it's a very exciting time. So it's like India growing, and this is a part of that story. So we are also very much in that position to take advantage of this opportunity, which we are trying our best. We are planning to, in this year itself, put up 3 new projects, which were, as a matter of planning, as a matter of our plans for done earlier even. There are 3 new factories which we are putting up, manufacturing setups that we are putting up in different parts of the country. And these are likely to go into production possibly by the end of next year, starting from the middle to the end of next year. That will also add on to certain verticals which the company is also operating. This is, of course, as I was saying, besides the electronic industry, which if we get an opportunity, we have the growth possibility. So overall, it's a very exciting time, and all of us feel very positive about it. It's not too often that we have got such interesting opportunities in the past with the change in the industrial structure of our country, which is currently happening. These are the overall positions which I wanted to share with you. Rest, of course, there is always a geopolitical situation which is existing the world over. So some part of industrial goods all over does depend on that. That, I will say, is a small risk factor, but then that's something which is beyond the control of all of us. So let's hope for the best. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman Sir. After having received this insight from Chairman Sir on the performance of the company during the past financial year and the future prospects of the company, we shall now proceed with the AGM. Since the notice of the AGM and the director's report were already emailed to all the members as well as available on the website of the company and the Bombay Stock Exchange, with your permission, I shall take them as read. The statutory auditor's report on the standalone and consolidated financial statements and the secretarial audit report for the financial year ended 31st March 2023 do not contain any qualification, reservation, adverse remark, or disclaimer. Accordingly, the reports are not required to be read out as provided in the Companies Act 2013. Therefore, with the consent of the members present, I take them as read. In terms of notice of the annual general meeting, the following business are to be considered at this meeting. Under the ordinary business, the first item is adoption and approval of the standalone and consolidated financial statement of the company for the financial year ended 31st March 2023, together with the reports of the Board of Directors and Auditors, thereon as an ordinary resolution. Item number 2 is the confirmation of payment of dividend of rupees 80 paisa per equity share of rupee 1 each, that is 80% for the financial year 2022-23 as an ordinary resolution. Item number 3 is the appointment of Mr. Yogesh Samat, who retires by rotation and being eligible offers himself for reappointment as an ordinary resolution. Special businesses required on the agenda are the reappointment of Mr. Umesh Kumar More as the whole-time director of the company designated as chairman. Ratification of remuneration of cost auditors for the financial year ending 31st March 2024 as an ordinary resolution. Some of the shareholders have registered themselves as speakers for the annual general meeting. I shall now invite them one by one to speak and will be unmuted by the host of the meeting one by one. The concerned shareholder may express his or her views and ask questions. If any speaker shareholder is unavailable at the time of announcement of the name, then we will invite the next speaker to ask his question. If there is any connectivity problem at the speaker's end, we will invite the next speaker to speak. After all the speakers have finished, we will once again give a chance to the left out speakers to come back and speak. The speakers are now requested to restrict their queries, comments to 3 minutes to allow maximum participation of other speaker shareholders. Answers to the questions and management response will be given all together after all speakers have finished speaking. Now, I announce the name of the speaker shareholders one by one and request the moderator to unmute him/her. The first speaker is Mr. Bimal Kumar Agarwal. Moderator may please unmute Mr. Agarwal.
Sir, he is not present in this meeting.
Okay, thank you. Then I would like to invite Ms. Lekha Satish Shah.
She is also not present in the meeting.
Okay, then I'd like to invite Mr. Anil Babubhai Mehta. Mr. Mehta?
No, sir, he is also unavailable.
Okay, then we go on to the fourth speaker, Mr. Dinesh Gopaldas Bhatia. Mr. Bhatia, are you there?
Yeah, Mr. Bhatia, please unmute and speak.
Mr. Bhatia? Yes. Mr. Bhatia, are you there? I think there is a connectivity problem.
Yeah, sir, he might facing the bandwidth issue at his end.
So should we are not able to hear Mr. Bhatia. So should we move on to the next speaker?
Yes. Okay.
Okay. Ms. Celestine Elizabeth Mascarenas. Ms. Mascarenas. Hello? Ms. Mascarenas, are you there?
She's
Hello?
with us.
Yeah, hello. I
Hello,
cannot
Miss-
open my video, sir.
Okay.
I will only speak now.
Okay.
I am trying for the video. Will not be available and to be seen in the meeting. It will not. Okay. Okay, I come to the formal part. Respected Chairman, Mr. Umesh Kumar More, MD, Mr. Neeraj More, other members of the board, my dear fellow shareholders, I am Mrs. C.E. Mascarenas speaking from Mumbai. Sir, you can hear me, no?
Very clearly, Mrs. Mascarenas.
Because
Loud and clear.
that video is not, I am also little, let it be. I would like you all to see me. I used to come for physical meeting during those days, no? Anyway, I thank the company secretary, Mr. Chintan and his team for sending me e-annual report and also registering me as a speaker and giving me this beautiful platform to speak. Our annual report is very good, full of knowledge with facts and figures, and adhering to the all the requirements of the corporate governance. Now working is very good. Revenue, PBT, PAT up. Dividend of 80 paisa per share is definitely good. And what is great in our company is a very good market capitalization. So keep it up. And we are very the stock exchange has given thumbs up to our company. Now I come to my queries. Sir, I would like to know whether we have initiated some ESG rating, and if we are initiated, what is our rating score? And do we plan, if it's a good rating, this Platinum Plus, do we have intention of listing in some ESG platform, either domestic or international? Second, where is our most revenue coming with good margins in electroplating, surface, finished top coat, special chemical engineering, high performance coating, industrial lubricants, etc. In which of these is our core competence? Number three, R&D and innovations. Sir, I would like to know how many employees are in this R&D innovations, and what is the average rate, age, and the attrition level, and if it is high, how you try to retain these innovation team. Our presence is 24% in Middle East. How much do we enjoy here, the revenue and margin? So I would like to know the capex for the next 3 years, as especially for the organic growth. 3 plans are the work is going on, and when it will start operating, manufacturing. With this, I support all the resolutions. I wish you all the best, and future, our company should be one of the best in the coatings and other activities. With this, thank you very much for giving me this patient hearing. Thank you once again.
Thank you, Mrs. Mascarenhas. Thank you. I'd like to now invite Mr. Vaibhav Badjatia, please. Mr. Vaibhav Badjatia, you're on mute. Yes, thank you.
Yes, good afternoon. Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible. Yes, thank you.
Yes, good afternoon, everyone, and thank you very much for providing me the opportunity to speak at this platform. Sir, I had already sent in my questions earlier through email. If you don't have it with you, I can just go through it again, or else in order to save time, we can just skip the questions, like whatever you say.
We have received your questions, Mr. Badjatia, and we'll address it once the speakers have finished asking all the questions.
So I'm not repeating it, but just a small request, sir. If you can answer all the queries like point by point as per the questions, it would be really very appreciated, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Badjatia. May I invite Mr. Himanshu Upadhyay, please? Mr. Upadhyay, I don't think he's connected. Yes.
He is there with us.
Yes.
Mr. Himanshu, please unmute and speak.
Hello,
Mr.
am I
Upadhyay,
audible?
can you hear? Yes. Yes, you are audible, Mr. Upadhyay.
Yeah, so I have few queries. In auditor's remuneration, besides normal fees, there is an additional payment of 13 lakhs. This was for what reason? Can you elaborate? Secondly, in FY23, the trade discount have increased quite materially from rupees 68 crore to rupees 100 crore. On what account and for what reason the trade discounts increased so significantly? Third is, can you give the size of order book for engineering division? Can it sustain the revenue at 100 plus crores? And any new products are we introducing here? The last question, there is a lot of confusion related to Pune Bottling Company. Okay, when we sold our stake in it, we said it was not to a related party. And last AGM also we stated it was not to a related party. But now when we buy Comtrest shares, we say it was bought from Pune Bottling Company, which is a related party. Can you shed some light on what is the status of Pune Bottling Company? And should we expect this buying and selling of assets between various group companies as a necessary event, which will continue to happen every year? And as a minority investors, should we look at it or we should turn a blind eye to whatever is happening there? Thanks from my side.
Thank you, Mr. Upadhyay. May I now invite Ms. Meenal Varun Bang.
No, sir, she is not present in the meeting.
Okay, so we'll move on. I'd like to invite Mr. Saket Kapoor. Mr. Kapoor. Mr. Saket Kapoor, can you hear us?
Hello, Saket.
नमस्कार सर, आप सुन पा रहे हैं
Namaskar.
मुझे? हाँ सर, सर firstly sir, in the very beginning the chairman made a statement about 3 major trends. So I would request the chairman to slightly if he could repeat those 3 words. It was semiconductor, EV, and the third one, sir. Can you reply me, chairman, here?
Yeah,
Which was
the third
Hello?
one is renewable energies.
chairman साहब,
Renewable energies, like, solar energy, wind energy.
renewable energy. Yes, the renewable one is there, semiconductors, and the third one?
EVs.
That is EV, electronic
EV,
vehicles.
Okay. Okay, sir. Sir, your voice is cracking.
Yeah. Sorry for the voice.
Okay,
I have
sir.
a problem in my throat.
Oh, I'm very sorry, sir. I was not aware of it.
That's
Extremely
okay.
sorry for that. Sir, what I would like to request from you, sir, your company has top-notch corporate governance. The annual reports speaks volumes when an investor goes through them. So, but I would say that in current understanding, there should be a medium other than the AGM, wherein investors whoever is interested can know about the company on all the information that are made available in the public domain. Sir, if that's not possible, kindly come up with business updates post your quarterly numbers, sir. We wait for the entire year, sir, to hear from you and to get this annual document. Although the numerical numbers are there for the June quarter also, and the company has posted good set of numbers, but the internals are not known to us, sir. Sir, whoever is interested must be given an equal opportunity, sir. That is what my very basic point is. I can speak for 2-3 minutes, give you 10, 5-7 points, but sir, for a long-term investors, those are I think so, sir, that those are not the way in which investors would like to enjoy the journey, sir. For enjoying the journey, sir, there should be a medium wherein an investors can, on a continuous basis, not even then for quarterly, half-yearly, can interact with the senior management, keeping in mind all SEBI regulations and LODR norms in place. So, sir, I hope, sir, firstly, a medium should be open for us, sir. I have been requesting this for last 2 years. The company has grown, and I wish good luck to the team also. Sir, kindly let us know segment-wise also. How are you seeing the segments going ahead as you have outlined the 3 verticals, and how will our company be placed? It is only in the metal finishing part that we will be placing we will be having increased revenue, that is in EV, renewable, and the solar space, or anything else. What are we missing here, sir? Sir, hope to hear more from the company. And I visited the company also, but did not got an opportunity to either meet with the CFO nor with the managing director. So I am in Kolkata. I came down to Mumbai, but could not was not somehow it was not feasible for you people to interact in person to meet. I can again come down, have an understanding, but I want to know more about the company in detail. and would like to remain as an investor going ahead and also participate in the growth journey which Chairman Saab he just outlined to us. तो सर यहाँ पर सर अभी 2-5 मिनट की बात से सर कोई भी इन्वेस्टर कैसे इस स्टोरी को मैच्योरिटी में समझ सकता है? अगर हमको ये स्टोरी के संग पढ़ना है आगे तो इसके विषय में ऑन अ क्वार्टरली, हाफ ईयरली, एनुअल बेसिस में हमारे पास एक इन्वेस्टर डे टाइप का कुछ होना चाहिए सर, जिसमें जो भी इन्वेस्टर्स इंटरेस्टेड हों उनके लिए एक फोरम खुले जिसमें आपके CFO, MD साहब, स्वयं आप भी उनसे रिलेटेड, जैसे आज आप बात कर रहे हैं, ऐसे ही सर और भी आंकलन होने चाहिए जिससे हम इस विषय पर आपसे बात कर सकें। यहाँ से 2 मिनट 3 मिनट के विषय में बात करने से सर मुझे नहीं लगता है कि मेरे जैसे इन्वेस्टर्स इस चीज को पूरी तरह से ग्रैब कर पाएंगे। Other than that, sir, I think we have a very good company secretary also by Mr. Chintan, who quarterly interacts with us and in all sense respond to our queries. So I congratulate him also, the company, that we are having a responsible person at helm. लेकिन सर आप ये मेरी क्वेरी पर देखिएगा, अगर आप लोगों को जमे ये बात मेरी डेलिब्रेट करके कि कैसे आप इन्वेस्टर्स के लिए फोरम खोल सकते हैं सर। कोई नई बात नहीं है प्रेस रिलीज करना, कोई नई बात नहीं है कॉन्फ्रेंस कॉल करना सर। बहुत सारी कंपनियां हर प्रकार से अपने इन्वेस्टर्स को अपडेट रखने के लिए, आउटरीच बढ़ाने के लिए सब प्रकार से इन्वेस्टर्स को अपडेट करती हैं और सेबी के रेगुलेशंस के अनुसार ही कार्य करती हैं। तो आप देखें सर किस प्रकार से आप मुझ जैसे कई इन्वेस्टर्स होंगे सर, वैभव जी भी थे अभी लाइन पर। तो दीज आर माय वेरी बेसिक पॉइंट। एंड अदर देन दैट सर आप मुझे सेगमेंट वाइज सर जरूर ऑर्डर बुकिंग और थॉट प्रोसेस क्या है मैनेजमेंट का गोइंग अहेड, कैसे आप कैप्चर करेंगे इस ग्रोथ को सर, पेंट सेगमेंट में भी, मेटल फिनिशिंग में भी एंड इंजीनियरिंग सेगमेंट में भी, जैसे आगे ऑर्डर बुक के लिए भी विषय में ही पूछा गया। अदर देन दैट सर आई विश फॉर द वेलबींग ऑफ ऑल पीपल। एंड सर मैं धन्यवाद दूंगा सर आपका कि मुझे ये अपॉर्चुनिटी मिली, मैं कोलकाता से कनेक्ट करके इस वर्चुअल मीडियम के थ्रू अपनी बात रख पा रहा हूँ। और सर आगे भी अगर ये हाइब्रिड मोड पे आप अडॉप्ट करें तो हम लोगों के लिए इस प्रकार से पार्टिसिपेट करना होगा। बाकी सर मेरे वक्तव्य पर सर जरूर डेलिब्रेट कीजिएगा, यदि मेरिट लगे सर तो उन्हें इम्प्लीमेंट करने का या मेरे सुझावों पर जरूर आप ध्यान दीजिएगा सर। एंड आई एम अ वेल विशर ऑफ द organization. That is the reason I have laid out my observation and points to you. And I now hope to hear from you, sir, because it is one of the best AGM, sir, in which you, the chairman, the MD, not only listens to us patiently, but answers in detail. But this is not it's not up to the mark for me to invest. मैंने फॉर इन्वेस्टर्स के लिए मैं बात अपनी तरफ से अपनी कैटेगरी में रख के मैं बात करना चाह रहा हूँ। बाकी मेरे बातों से अगर कहीं पर कोई त्रुटि रह जाती हो तो मैं क्षमा चाहता हूँ बोर्ड और आप लोगों से, यदि इफ आई हैव ब्रीच्ड एनी ऑफ द लाइंस। बट थैंक यू वंस अगेन सर, एंड आई होप अगर बातों में सर वजन रहे या डेलिब्रेट करने की इच्छुक हो सर आप, तो जरूर इस पे वर्क करें सर। इट्स अ गुड स्पेस, इन्वेस्टर्स आर रेडी टू इन्वेस्ट इन अ गुड कंपनी सर। थैंक यू सर।
Kapoor Saab, thank you very much for your comments. They are very highly appreciated. I, as chairman of the company or even the whole board, welcomes your observations. We'll try to meet your requirements as much as it is practical. One thing I would like to understand from you is that you mentioned that last time when you had come to Bombay, you tried to contact our office and that could not happen for some reason. What was this reason? Can you please explain to us? I would like to look into that.
Sir, I was there at the office, sir, but it was on a short notice. I met Chintan sir. I just putting my video also on, so Chintan sir can recognize me also. Just a second. आप मुझे देख पा रहे हैं सर अभी?
नहीं
अभी देख पा रहे हैं सर?
अब देख पा रहे हैं।
तो सर मैं हाँ नमस्कार साहब। सर ऐसा नहीं था कि मुझे मौका नहीं मिला, मैं था, चिंतन सर से मेरी मुलाकात भी हुई थी, बट मैं पहुंचा था सर 5:30 बजे के बाद, और आपका वहां पर वो मॉल के रेगुलेशंस के कारण 6 बजे शायद सब क्लोजर हो जाता है। एंड सर सिंस आई वाज ऑन अ शॉर्ट ट्रेवल, बट मैंने मेल डाला था कि मुझे याद नहीं आ रहा सर। इट वाज इन द मंथ ऑफ मार्च इटसेल्फ सर।
चलिए
कोई बात नहीं है। मैं दोबारा भी इच्छुक हूं सर, ऐसी कोई बात नहीं है। मेरा तो अनुग्रह है सर इस आप लोगों के माध्यम से कि कोई भी इन्वेस्टर सर अगर आपकी कंपनी में रुचि रखना चाहता है तो जो प्रावधान रखे जा सकते हैं उनका पालन करते हुए हम सबको इस ग्रोथ जर्नी में पार्टिसिपेट करने का मौका दिया सर। जब आपने ये स्पेल आउट किया है कि हमारे पास एक बड़ा लैंडस्केप है इन टर्म्स ऑफ सेमीकंडक्टर, ईवी एंड रिसीवेबल में काम करने का, दैट इट इटसेल्फ गिव इंपल्स टू योर इन्वेस्टर्स कि जिन्हें ये स्टोरी को समझना है। आपकी नीयत हरदम अच्छी रही है सर, आपने हरदम इन्वेस्टर्स के संग वेल्थ को बांटा है और मार्केट ने भी आपको हरदम सपोर्ट किया है। तो अब इसके लिए सर अगर मीडियम ब्रॉड ओपन हो जाए इन द फॉर्म ऑफ बिजनेस अपडेट एंड प्रेस रिलीज, जिसकी मैं रिक्वेस्ट आगे भी लास्ट एजीएम में भी कर चुका हूँ, आई थिंक सो सर it will flourish sir, it will give an opportunity to everybody sir। बाकी सर जैसा आप लोगों को बोर्ड को अपने संज्ञान में मुझे बात देनी थी मैंने दी, एंड सर आई विल कम डाउन दिस मंथ ऑल्सो, अगर मौका मिलेगा सर तो मैं जरूर सीएफओ साहब और एमडी साहब से मिलना चाहूंगा। अगर ऐसा कोई प्रोटोकॉल हो तो मैं पहले से वेल रिटन मेल अपनी रिक्वेस्ट डाल के मिलना चाहूंगा सर आपसे डेफिनेटली सर, क्योंकि अब अपने Q1 के रिजल्ट आ चुके हैं पब्लिक डोमेन में सर।
हाँ, तो कपूर साहब समय की लिमिटेशन के कारण मैं आपको सब चीज़ों के बारे में विस्तार से तो नहीं बात कर सकूंगा अभी, पर हाँ आपसे मेरा ये निवेदन है कि आप पहले अपॉइंटमेंट ले लें आने के पहले, ताकि हम लोग आपको पूरा टाइम दे सकें। जो आप जितनी बातें आपने जाहिर की है वो सभी बातों पे अपने तवज्जो दें। And we would welcome interests of our shareholders. And as you rightly pointed out, we would like to keep a total participation with they are our partners. We would like to, there is an absolutely an open platform for them. They can come and discuss with us whatever be our plans, etc., and however they interpret it, and their advice also would be welcome. So please do come, but come with an appointment. Let us know about your plan. Let us know about your agenda, so the right people are kept ready at the office to pass on whatever information you need and whatever we can legitimately share with you all. Thank you.
Sir, I will communicate with the company secretary.
Sure,
Thank you.
sure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next.
May I now invite Mr. Anil Champaklal Parekh?
Sir is not there in the meeting.
He's not there. Mr. Vinay Vishnu Bhide? Haji Bhide Saab.
Are you able to hear me, sir?
Yes, I can hear you, Mr. Bhide. Please, we can all hear you.
Sir, I'm starting my video. Namaste, sir.
Namaste.
Respected Chairman, Directors present at today's AGM, Company Executive Shareholders. Good afternoon to all of you. My name is Vinay Bhide and I'm company shareholder speaking from Mumbai. Well, a lot of discussion has, happened earlier, regarding our, ongoing business of industrial paints and engineering. I just would like to, add one point. We have been doing very well in our, let us say, business, which is our core competency. But I did hear you mention, sir, that we are looking at new businesses in the area of renewable energy, EVs, and and a few others. And I'm extremely happy about that. I just want to draw your attention to one historical incident which happened somewhere in the early 90s. The Arvind Group was looking at relooking at their textile business, and they recoined the vision word into Renovision, RENOVISION. So I see that that similar trend in what we are thinking, because these days it is all about the in thing. So these electric, the EV part, and the part on the renewable energy and the other verticals that we are looking is just what is needed in today's business landscape. So Renovision is something that we need to do, and I'm extremely happy to note that the board is looking at these options, and I'm with the board on all these on these thought matters. If there are any detailed questions, I would like others give it a detailed reading and share separately on mail. And I've just joined to express my support for all the resolutions and wish you and the directors all the best. And I must mention Mr. Chintan Gandhi and his other team members have taken a lot of pain to have a join his meeting. I thank all of them, and thank you for giving an opportunity to speak, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I'd like to invite Mr. Sanjay Kothari from Anant Roop Financial Advisory Services Private Limited. Mr. Kothari from Anant Roop. Financial Advisory Services Private Limited, please. Yes.
Sanjay, please unmute and speak.
Mr. Kothari, can you hear us? Mr. Kothari, you're on mute.
Sir, you're on mute.
I think there's a connection problem.
Actually, they might facing.
कोठारी साहब आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही है.
Mr. Kothari, we can't hear you. You're on mute.
Maybe his audio is not connected due to the network issue. So that's why it happening.
Big shareholder. The big shareholder. 4,70,000. Kothari. He's a.
Kothari साहब, we are not able to hear you. Can you please adjust the audio visual from your end? The moderator says that the fault is because your audio is not coming through.
Okay. Should we?
Yes, Mr. Moderator, how should we proceed with this?
Some connective issue is there at his end actually.
So, कैसे करें? Should we wait for it or should we wait for him or?
Should we come back to him later or should we wait? What do you suggest?
We can come back to him later. So, other speakers can speak.
So you will inform Mr. Kothari? Or
Still he is present actually.
Actually, he's there in the meeting, but due to the connectivity issue, he may not available with the audio and video.
Is he stationed in Bombay or is he from elsewhere in the country? Any idea?
That we are not aware of, sir, actually. Your secretarial team would be in a better position to answer this.
Okay, because if it is necessary on phone, we can connect him and tell him that the audio is not coming through and maybe we can meet sometime later on.
okay.
Next, let's
Okay.
move to the next.
Yes, I'd like to now invite Mr. Dipankar Purkayastha. Sorry. Mr. Dipankar Purkayastha, please. Mr. Dipankar, are you here there?
Mr. Dipankar, please unmute and speak.
Good afternoon. Am I audible?
Yes, Mr. Dipankar, we can hear you.
Okay, you can see me also now. Thank you.
Yes, you can. Thank
So
you.
I had sent in a list of my questions in advance. I hope you have received those questions because then I don't have to read out those questions.
Yes, we have received all your questions.
Fine. So in the interest of time, I will not read out those questions, just one or two points. There is a question there on addressable market. So by addressable market, I mean the market as it exists now, not keeping the future scenario which the chairman had outlined in his remarks, the present market. And there is also a question on that Camtress Automation Systems Private Limited purchase of shares, which I think Mr. Upadhyay had referred to in his remarks. I sort of endorse what he said and would request you to respond to those remarks. So my submission is that kindly furnish these responses point-wise. It would be great if you do it that way. Referring to the chairman's opening remarks, those are very exciting, and I have attended many AGMs and I've rarely seen a chairman who is so upbeat about the future. So thank you for your optimism. And if even 25% or 30% of that translates into reality, I think this company has a great future. So thank you for the same and a good day. And I'll wait for your responses.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Dipankar. Thank you. I would like to now call upon Mr. Gautam Kedar Prasad Tiwari. Mr. Gautam Tiwari, please.
Listen me?
Yes, Mr. Tiwari, आपकी आवाज सुनाई दे रही है.
Oh, so nice of you, sir. And I'm very happy to see the full, complete board, hale and hearty in front of me, though virtually, sir. आधे से ज्यादा तो आनंद जरूर मिला. Dear sir, a very good afternoon. Our very honorable popular chairman, sir, Shri Umesh More, our MD Neeraj More, Rohit More, our CFO Gurvinder Gulati ji, Yogesh Samat, and other learned and well dignified members on board, directors on board. Our CS Chintan Gandhi, who is very much energetic and dynamic and always eager to have excellent, cordial, and harmonious relations with shareholders and always ready to help each and every shareholder. Anyone who had come to him has never gone disappointed back from him. Team Grower and Well, and my fellow shareholders. Sir, I am Gautam Tiwari and I am participating at this meeting from Mumbai. So, dear sir, I would like to tell you, sir, today there are at 3 o'clock, so many meetings are there overlapping upon each other. So, we really get confused and puzzled in the process. Sir, Chairman, sir, I would like to specially thank our MD, CEO, CFO, CS, and entire board of management team along with our IR and financial and the secretarial department for delivering outstanding performance despite lot many challenges like geopolitical condition, slowdown in global economy, and Russia-Ukraine war, etc. Sir, I thank our management for paying generous dividend year by year, and that too in continuity. Sir, I thank each and every member of CSR team for their best activities that they have been doing as a noble cause to the community and society. Sir, our secretarial department, headed by our young, dynamic, energetic, soft-spoken Chintan Gandhi, along with his team, is really Pratik and Pratik, and we have got Charmi, Pratik and Charmi, and other associates is doing a very good job, very much cordial and cooperative, and they have helped me quite a lot in attending this meeting, sir. And I'm sure in the days to come also, these services will be still better. And sir, by taking, sir, you have done very good thing and rewarded interest of minority shareholders keeping in mind by unlocking their wealth and rewarding them generously by taking amazing and wonderful decisions year by year, and thus just making them happy by all your deeds and dividends every year. So, as a query, I would like to know the capacity utilization of our individual plants and the average of this altogether. Sir, what is the rate of attrition of our employees in the current year? Sir, how much dividend is ready to be transferred to IEPF this time? Sir, do we have any physically challenged employee along with us? Sir, dear sir, I support appointment and reappointments of all the directors and on board, and I support all the resolutions. I already voted in favor of them in advance, and I wish you a very happy long life, a happy, healthy, wealthy long life, along with the bright future of the company, and to all workers, all executives, managers, directors, and all officers at the same time. Sir, we have been there with you since a long time, and we are happy being the proud shareholders of your company always and all the while. Since last these 3 successive pandemic attempts, and even this is the 4th year that we are meeting virtually, we are very sure next year, if possible, we'll be able to meet physically and again enjoy the same collaboration and the same love and affection that we have got for each other. I'm thankful to you, sir, for all your deeds, for all your work, for all that you have done for the society, community, to for their progress and for the shareholders' wealth unlocking and delivering them the best of the results year by year. Thank you very much, sir. God bless you with the best of the things.
Thank you. Thank you, Ravi sir. Thank you. I would now like to invite Mr. Dhaval Sudhir Thakkar. Mr. Thakkar.
Sir is not present in the meeting.
Not there. Okay. We can invite Mr. Hardik Indramal Jain.
Hardik Jain is there with us.
We can see his name.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Jain sir, we can hear you. Please.
Thanks for the opportunity.
Thank you.
I am attending this meeting for the first time. So some of the basic questions. So in the surface finishing side, last year the growth rates were very good. So what kind of growth rates are sustainable you see over next 2-3 years? You can hear me, right?
Yes, we can hear you. Jain
Yeah.
sir.
Secondly, under the surface finishing side, which segment is basically driving the growth? So, is it the metal finishing or coating or painting side, or even the industrial lubricants? Next question is, you mentioned about the EV semiconductor and renewable opportunity. So, you know, how much would be the opportunity size over next 2-3 years? The next question was, you mentioned about the 3 plants CapEx. So, the CapEx is for which segment, and also how much would be the CapEx amount and the revenue potential from those 3 plants? Coming to the engineering segment, so first question is, which industry is basically showing the growth, and the demand is coming from surface finishing equipments or the wastewater treatment plants? And how do you see the future in the current order book? And lastly, on the mall business, so I assume that we have a mall of 475,000 square feet. So what is the current yield we are getting and the occupancy level of the mall? And is my understanding correct that we have some extra land adjacent to this mall? So if it is correct, then how much is that land and what are the plan for that land? Thank you.
Thank you, Jain sir. I'd like to now invite Miss Swecha Jain. Miss Swecha Jain, please. Is Miss Jain there?
No, sir. They are not present in the meeting.
Okay. Then we can invite Mr. Rajesh Kevalram Chainani.
Rajesh is also not present in the meeting.
Okay. Then we can unmute Mr. Bharat Pratap Singh Negandhi. Mr. Bharat Pratap Singh Negandhi.
Bharat ji, please unmute and speak.
Am I audible now?
Yes, you can. We can hear you, Bharat ji.
First of all, I would like to thank the management company and my fellow dear shareholders, company in general, for allowing me to speak at this AGM. I had already mailed my queries to Mr. Chintan Gandhi on the receipt of annual report, which is very authentic, informative. Okay, and I fully support to pass all the resolutions and wish for a bright and healthy future of the company. Would you like me to spell out the relevant questions, or it would be answered in the form of a mail?
Bharatji, your questions are already there with us. We will be answering them now. Quite a few questions are common.
Correct, correct. Yes, yes.
So when we will be taking up the answers to the queries, I think most of them will be answered, and the ones that remain, that could be sent separately by mail to you.
Perfect. Thanks a lot, sir. Thank you very
We have all the 19 over, but we'd like to ask if Mr. Kothari would like to come, since he had a connection problem. Is Mr. Sanjay Kothari, would he still like to join? And there he is.
Yeah, he's there. Yes, sir, I'm here. I'd like to speak again. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity, sir.
Sanjay ji.
So, sir, my questions are already there with you. You know, I'd basically like to really congratulate the management for an excellent set of numbers. And I honestly think the best is yet to come. Very exciting opportunities, very exciting times. So basically, I had 4 questions. One is, about the payout ratio. If the management can decide what would be the payout ratio in future, like you can define a range, you can define a number 15 to 25% or whatever that number might be, you think in your Second, sir, we are sitting on cash on books. So up till when will we wait to decide the utilization of that cash, or we'll decide to return it to the shareholders in whatever format we think good, that is, I leave it to you. And to my mind, the best option would probably be a buyback of shares, which also improves the management holding, given the opportunity. Third question, sir, is what is the expansion plans on the mall, given the additional FSI that we are sitting on? And fourth is, finally, our defense initiatives, especially in the marine and aerospace, if you can state separately. Very happy to see the BrahMos photo in the annual report. And I'm sure, the initial stage of getting approvals is challenging, but after that, it's real meaningful opportunity going ahead. So maybe if you can highlight on that. I'm sure a lot of questions similarly have been asked. And just one request, sir, if we can be more friendly, shareholder friendly, in terms of having periodical shareholder meet or analyst meets, etc., it would be really very, very good for the company now that it's, getting into a newer territories. That's all, sir. And thank you once again for giving.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you, Mr. Kothari. I think we are done with. Okay. Now that all the shareholders have finished their views and asked. Yes.
Yes.
Sir, we have Bimal Kumar Agrawal with us. So he was in the speaker list. So he has joined the meeting now.
No. Again, he's gone. Again,
The first one. Yes, he was earlier. We could not. He was not there connected earlier, but yes, we can call him. Mr. Bimal Kumar Agarwal.
No, sir. Actually, he has left again.
Okay.
Yeah.
So all the names that were with me, the 19 speakers, I have read out all their names. So with this, we can proceed.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now that all the shareholders have finished their views and asked the questions, I'd like to invite Mr. Gurinder Gulati, our CFO, to address the queries which many of our shareholders have raised and for which they've sent mails to. Mr. Gulati will be addressing. Yes, Mr.
Thank you, Mr. Moore, and good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and a very warm welcome to you on 65th Annual General Meeting of the company. My name is Gurinder, and I will be taking up the questions on the financial statements.
8 minutes. Are all the shareholders able to hear him out, or do we have a mic or something for him to say?
There's a mic here.
Okay, fine. Sorry.
So, my name is Gurinder, and I will be taking up the questions relating to the financial statements. Since some of the numbers, as also the financial performance, as well as the business performance has been discussed by Mr. Moore, so I will go straight to the questions. The first question, which was by email to us, was relating to the split of the revenue between chemicals and paints in the surface finishing. So the split is around 63% to 36% of the total surface finishing revenue accounts for chemical and paints. And in EBIT, the split is around 81 to 18% in the current financial year. Another question which was relating to one of the shareholders asked was relating to the ESG. BRSR is the requirement which is for the first time applicable to this company because we are now in the list of top 1,000 companies as such, which are listed in the Bombay Stock Exchange. So this was the first year of implementation of BRSR. And of course, we have the plans, but it will take in due course the ESG certification. But as of today, we are complying with the BRSR requirements as such. Another question was relating to the R&D. We are having more than 100 scientists and technicians, which are working in our various R&D facilities at Chembur as also in this place. Our total expenditure was roughly 1.23 crores for the capex, and the revenue was around 14.42 crores in this year. And it was nearly 1.45%. And we have a big plan for the R&D also with upcoming Vasai Tech Center. There were questions relating to the trade discount. The trade discount is in chemical business, we are largely operating through distributors. So we have discounts and commission scheme, which is applicable for the distributors. So if the turnover is increasing, so is the trade discount also increasing as such. Another question was relating to the increase in the audit expenses. The audit expenses has increased because of certification matters, additional work which has been done by the auditors relating to certification, income tax matter, and other company law matters. So this is why the audit expenses have increased. Another question was relating to order book. As of today, in July, we had in Pune a very good order book of nearly 48 to 50 crores with us. So engineering business that way has a very good order book in hand. Now, another question which was there from the shareholder side was relating to the Chemtress. Chemtress is a leading electroplating company. It is since 1989. It has core strength in the manufacturing and supply of machines in PCB as well as POP, in which Global is not having significant presence. So the 100% acquisition of this company will definitely provide fillip to our engineering business. And this will also give us an opportunity to expand in the market. Another question was relating to the valuation of Chemtress. Here I would like to inform that the valuation has been done and the purchase consideration has been decided based on the valuation advisory company of international repute, and based on that this transaction was done. One of the questions was relating to the credit risk in the chemical, and there is an increase in the data. So there was a credit risk which has been also given by one of the shareholders. Here I would say that our chemical business is largely the credit-free risk business because significant part of our business is done through distributors, where we have either the payment terms which is directly with us at the time of dispatch, or normally it is on time. Our main outstandings, which is referred by one of the shareholders related to 25 crores, is primarily because of the paints and the engineering business, where there is retention involved, and also of mall, where nearly 2.53 crores is pertaining to a service tax matter, which is currently sub judice. Rather, I will say that considering only 0.2% of our bad debt to sale ratio, it is a testimony of good credit control which is there in the company as such. One of the questions which was also there was regarding the investments. So the company has done investments in the financial instruments during this period. It was in FDs as well as also in MLDs, and this is Besides MLD, also we have done in the overnight funds, SBI arbitrage fund, etc. So this investment is purely done in the credit-free instruments as a policy of the company and based on the professional advice. And right now, the surplus assets are the surplus cash is being invested over there. Then if I see the capacity utilization across the businesses and across the location is varying from around 39% to 70% in the different cases. Regarding question on IEPF transfer, I would like to request everybody to refer page number 56, where it is mentioned that rupees 13 lakhs has been transferred over there to IEPF for the year 2014-15. One of the questions was pertaining to the mall occupancy. As on 31st of March, it was around 91%. And as on 31st July, it increased to 94%. And average leasable rent is around 100 to 120 rupees per square feet. From financial side, I think I have covered most of the questions which was there from the shareholders.
Is this
Yeah,
on the
this is on.
speaker?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, most of the financial positions of the company or status of the company with respect to businesses as were present last year and also continue to be now has already been explained by Mr. Gulati. On one particular subject, I would like to communicate to our shareholders is the future. Now, as I had said that there are these three areas in which there is tremendous potential. That was semiconductors, that was renewable energy, and the third was EVs. Why I'm saying is there are a lot of other opportunities which are there in the present industrial scenario in our country. In these three areas which are showing a very high potential growth, or which is what is now being worked out between our policymakers and the industry, electroplating or surface treatment incidentally plays a very major role. Therefore, my reference to the opportunity existing for us, I mean, there are opportunities in industry for various different, the aviation has its own, defense has its own. Those are also very respectable and large opportunities. But more specifically for our company, these three areas which have very large opportunities going into lakhs of crores. I'm sorry, I'm not able to state the exact number here. They need a lot of activities of surface treatment, which become a part of it. And this is a virgin market in our country, and we are in one of the best positions to fulfill them once we are able to establish the connect. And therefore, we have a very positive outlook towards this, and hopefully we should be able to jump onto this bandwagon in the next year or two as this industry grows. So there, it's difficult to state the numbers now, but yes, these are very large opportunities for the, and if this happens, this will be quite different than whatever else developments that the company has planned, depending on the last few years of working and the conventional industry, which have been growing as it is. So to place a number to it at this stage is premature, but it could be exponential, depending on how far we succeed in getting onto this bandwagon. Somebody also talked about investments, etc. Now, as I said, there are two plants which are already under construction. They will be helping the growth of the paint vertical of ours, also the electroplating. And they could add again reasonably large opportunities to the company. As we all know, paint and the loops, these two businesses that the company entered into, the sizes of these businesses are very large, and we are at a very our potential for growth is tremendous. We are at a rather small percentage share, and the potential to grow this is tremendous. So we are expanding ourselves to meet these potentials. We will go into selective areas. We don't want to cover the entire industry because that's a very tall call. But in those areas which are closer to corrosion resistant, industrial coating, should I say, not decorative, but industrial coating, both in paints as well as industrial lube applications, yes, your company wants to step forth into these areas and cover these fields. They have a better synergy to our present activity. So most of our verticals that we have chosen in the industrial world is of very close synergy to each other. They are all surface treatment, whether it is electroplating, whether it is surface treatment, as we may call at the core level, or whether it is paints, or whether it is, if you notice, all three are connected with surface treatment. So that has been the focus of your management and this company, and the new opportunities which are coming, they present very good scope. At this stage, generally, is what can be said. Let's hope for the best. If you have any more specific question, you can write to our department. We'll try and answer all of them as well as we can. Thank you. Anything else?
Okay. Thank you, Chairman Sir, for answering. Thank you, Mr. Gulati. As the Chairman said, that whilst we have tried to answer most of the questions, in case there are any questions that remain to be unanswered, you may please communicate them to the company secretary through email, and we will respond to it. With this, all the items of business as per the notice of the annual general meeting have been taken up. I now declare the proceedings of the 65th annual general meeting as completed. As mentioned earlier, the e-voting facility will continue to be available for 15 minutes after the meeting and will be disabled thereafter. Shareholders are requested to exercise their right to vote. On behalf of the Board of Directors and management of the company, I convey our sincere thanks to all the members for attending and participating in this meeting. Please stay healthy, stay safe, and take care of yourselves. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Can we end this session?
Yes, I think we can.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.